Hello everyone. Good morning, all of you. Pay attention and let's begin. Okay, so all we people have started with unit number 3, and we people are going to discuss more about this unit number 3 because this is very important unit as far as your uh, professional life is concerned. That how you people are going to be ready for your future. So let's imagine that how you will be after 3 years. So because after 3 years, I'm again every lecture I'm telling you people that you people are going to face interviews. Okay, so you people should be ready, or you people have to do all the necessary preparation which you people are expected to do. Because when you people will be in third year, or when you are going to complete your third year, and then you people are thinking, okay, now I'm going to appear for interview. So what preparation I have to do? Or then I'm just looking for my communication skills are poor. Then you people realize that you are not good in expressing your thoughts and ideas. So in such cases it becomes very difficult that you're not able to do preparation in well manner, and again therefore you people are in stress. There is anxiety, there is tension that tomorrow I'm going to face an interview, and how am I going to face it, because I cannot speak good English, or whatever I know that is not sufficient, and what I can do as far as uh, my interview is concerned. So I wanted to get the job, and on the other hand I'm not ready to prepare it, or I wanted to prepare it, but before 4 days. So because we have the habit of preparing for our exams. So how do you prepare for papers or exams? Usually what happens when timetable is declared, then also people are very relaxed. So when actually the papers are going to start, let's say before 4 days of starting of exams, people try to find out where are notes. Then we ask some of our friends, so please send me some notes, or if we try to get it xeroxed, and then people try to read it. So somehow we could manage, maybe day before of the exams we can study something, and we can manage the getting marks, or getting at least pass in the exam. So the same things you people try to do in this interviews also. And because of this what happens that the people wanted to manage at this 11th hour, or you wanted to manage at the last, that what I can do and I will manage. So such kind of, I will say, overconfidence is there with many of the students, and because of that, they fail to perform well in the interviews. So that should not happen with you. As you people are just in first year, you are about to finish your first year. So I will say that there are 2 years in your hand. So second year and third year, that complete 2 years, you people can spend for developing yourself, developing your personality, for improving your communication skills, so that you people will not be in difficulty to face any of the interviews, or whether it may be GD or whatever it may be, or at workplace also. Once you get selected, after then also you people have to use English or communication skills at your workplace. So therefore, there also you are not going to face any difficulties in the future. So let's think of the next 3 years, that how you should be, where you should be, what you should be doing, and how much you should be earning, and accordingly plan today. If you're planning today, I'm sure that after 3 years you'll be there. So whatever you are today, right now, whatever you are today, it might be plan of your 2 years, 3 years back, what you have decided, what you people were doing. So similarly, what you people were studying in your 12th, because of these things, right now you people are here in engineering, or first year engineering, let's say. So where you want it to be after 3 years, so plan it today accordingly, work on it, and let's try to see that what difficulties and what problems you are facing for that, and try to overcome those problems. I'm sure that after 3 years you people will be there where you want it to be today. So therefore, this is a nice thing that you can plan it in advance and work on it. So let's try to continue with our topic, that interview techniques we people are going to begin with. So I will share the screen. You people just let me know if my voice is audible to everybody clearly, and as well as the screen is also visible. So is it audible and visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you people just wait
Yes,
for
sir.
1 minute. Now I'll set the screen, and then people will continue. Okay, all right. So let's start. So in yesterday's class, we are about to start. So we'll try to understand what is interview. Then we people will try to understand various types of interview. So then very important is this preparation for interviews. So different kinds of posts are there, and based on that interviews are held. So for different posts, different preparation is required. So you cannot have the same preparation for all types of interview. So based on the post for which you are going to apply, and based on the organization in which you wanted to apply, based on that you have to do the preparation. Then next people have to find out what you can do your performance during interview and after interview as well. So that is also very important, that how you can decide what you can do before interview, what you can do during interview, and what you can do after interview. These things you people have to consider. Then you people will discuss some tips that will be useful for just taking part in interviews. Then here are some do's and don'ts that you people have to follow. So you have to follow certain things that will be do's, and you have to avoid some certain things that will be don'ts that we people will be discussing in the following slides. Then here we are going to talk about some questions which are asked in interview. So these questions also called as FAQs also. So FAQs are nothing but frequently asked questions. So people have to prepare for such FAQs, because if you prepare for these FAQs, at least your 50% of interview is going to well. If you did not do anything, if you don't know anything other things, in that case, if you just prepared that FAQs also, that FAQs are going to help you a lot. So therefore, these FAQs are also important. Here you'll come to know that how you are going to answer for certain questions. And at the end, here is one last slide that will just give you some brief websites which are used for getting a job. If you're not going to get selected into campus placement, in that case, what you can do, you can go for these websites. So I will not recommend these websites. But if you want to work on your own, or apart from that, if you wanted to apply for off campus, so in that case, these websites will be useful for you. But at certain cases or at some places, it might be that they may ask you some money, to pay some money. So you are not expected to pay a single rupee also to get a job in any of the companies, because these consultancies are like this, that they will ask you that we people will get you placed in some companies, and in return you people have to pay 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, or your salary of first month, something like they may ask you to pay like this. So don't pay a single rupee to anybody for getting placed in any of the companies. So as far as you are a student, you people have to try for only college placements only. So don't rely on such websites. But see, unfortunately, if you are not able to get a job in college placements, in that case, afterwards you may just think of these websites that will be useful for you. Okay, so we people will go to the next slide now, and I hope that you people will just try to answer some questions that I'm going to ask you right now. So simple questions I'm going to ask you. What is interview? Whatever you know that you people have to answer. Interview म्हणजे काय?
Personality test.
Yes, it is a test where your personality is judged. Yes, you're right. Yes, Jay, what is interview? You're raising hands, Jay. ने काय सांगायचंय का जयला?
To check the skills.
Okay, to check the skills. Why interview is conducted? काय interview conduct केला जातो? तर to check the skills, that will be the answer. पण interview म्हणजे काय? This is a meeting. Let's try to understand that it is a planned meeting. It is a fixed meeting. So how it is fixed? Because you people are informed की let's say तुम्ही आता फायनल इयर मध्ये आहात, आणि मग तुम्हाला ट्रेनिंग अँड प्लेसमेंट ऑफिस कडून इमिजिएटली हे कळवलं जातं की आफ्टर 2 days we are going to have interviews of let's say Infosys, एखादी XYZ कंपनी आहे, and you are going to face interviews for that. हे डायरेक्टली इंटरव्ह्यूज नसतात. सो देयर इज अ प्रोसिजर. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू their requirement, so first of all they will say you people are going to face for aptitude test. So you are going to face this aptitude test. Those who qualify this, then they will call for maybe next round. If there is next round of coding, decoding, something like this, or GD or something like this, then you people are going to face second round. आणि मग जर तुम्ही second round qualify करत असाल, then you people will be called for the final interview. That will be PI. We'll call it PI. PI means personal interview. Okay, so you people are informed in this way. So this is a planned and this is fixed activity, which is a meeting, and meeting of whom? At least minimum two persons are there. One is expert and one is candidate. So who is expert here? Expert is someone who is, let's say, recruiter किंवा त्या कंपनी मधले जे कोणी HR वगैरे असतात ती लोक एक्सपर्ट म्हणून तुमचा इंटरव्ह्यू घेणार असतात. And candidate is who? Candidate is the person who is going to face the interview, who wants to work as an employee. So these are two parties, two persons who are going to be part of interview, and there they have some interaction. There they have something give and take. There they have something communication with each other, and then through that communication they will decide. They will test your skills, they will test your knowledge, they will test your behavior, they will test your attitude. Everything will be evaluated within that interview, and then you people will be told whether you are selected, whether you are rejected. So it may be that, in fact, rejected candidates are not told, but only selected candidates, the list of selected candidates is displayed. So others will understand that we are not getting shortlisted in that interview. So that is simply it. So now the another question, why interview is conducted? So then we people can answer like this. It is arranged to examine the suitability of the candidate. Let's say there is one post of manager. Okay, so there is need of some candidates who can work as a manager. Okay, and then how to select? So there are a number of candidates. There are, let's say, 100 candidates who wanted to work as a manager. And how many posts are there? Let's say there is only one post. Okay, so we wanted to see out of these 100 candidates, who will be the better one, who will be the most suitable candidate who can work as a manager. So how to check this? So there is one tool, there is one method, there is one procedure that can be helpful to choose one candidate who can be manager, and that is interview. That is this technique, this is tool, this is procedure that you people have to face, and they will check whether you are suitable candidate, you are eligible candidate, what skills, what traits, what personality you have to work as a manager. They will check through the interview. So in interview, it is tested for subject knowledge. So what you should have? You should have subject knowledge. So what comes in subject knowledge? काय येणार आहे? Subject knowledge मध्ये काय येणार? Answer me. So it is related to your branch. Suppose that you are from civil, so you should know the construction, you should know some, what are the basic concepts in civil engineering, that construction material, and maybe different kinds of maybe rocks, and I don't know exactly, but whatever you are studying in civil engineering, all you should know, basic things you should know in civil engineering. Similar, if you're from CSC, you should know what are computers and coding and something like this you should know in this CSC. If it is electrical, you should know some knowledge in electrical. If it is electronics, you should know electronics and telecommunication. If you're from mechanical, you should know some basic things in mechanical. So this will be your subject knowledge. Okay, so this will be different for different people because your fields are different, your branches are different. So based on this, you people have to prepare for your subject knowledge. So whatever you are going to study, you people have to study it thoroughly, you have to study it well, so that any question may come that you should know, because you don't know from which subject the question is going to be asked. Let's say if you're going to face an interview, and through your second year to final year, you are going to study at least let's say 30 subjects. So out of that 30 subjects, there can be any question which will be asked to you. So it is not just for getting only marks. So a semester is over and you are forgetting everything. So don't forget everything. Try to remember some things that can be helpful for you in the future also. Then next, they will check your skills also. Then here in skills also, different skills are involved here. So what kind of skills they will look for? They will look your soft skills. So what are soft skills? Soft skills are like your ability to take decision, how you can deal with different situation, your emotional intelligence, your communication skills, your leadership qualities, your problem solving attitude, your positivity. So these are some of the things that they will try to see in soft skills. Apart from that, there are technical skills also. So in technical skills, so what kind of different technicals or softwares or machines that you can operate, that you can run, that you can do anything, that will be technical skills. So it will involve your technical skills, your soft skills as well. Then next they will try to see your desired behavior. So what will come in desired behavior? Tell me. Desired behavior मध्ये काय ना, काय ते बघणार तुमच्या? So Sujal, you tell me, roll number 50. Sujal, कळते का काय? का नाही काही कळत आज पण? Roll number 50. Is it audible? Are you paying attention, Sujal?
हॅलो सर.
हा, काही कळते का आज पण? काहीच कळत नाही.
हा कळतंय सर.
हा, मग मला हे सांगायचंय की आपलं डिझायर्ड बिहेवियर मध्ये काय अपेक्षित आहे? एखादा इंटरव्ह्यूअर आहे तो आपलं बिहेवियर मध्ये काय बघणार आपल्याकडे?
स्वभाव.
स्वभाव. अजून? Okay, all right. So yes, you are right up to certain extent. Let's say your nature is important. So your behavior means that how is your attitude, how you are looking at others, what you are going to say if any situational question is given. एखाद्या असं एक ठराविक सिच्युएशन दिलेली जाते आणि त्या सिच्युएशन मध्ये तुम्ही कसं बिहेव कराल. Here they will check your emotional intelligence, whether you are getting angry किंवा you are getting overexcited or maybe short tempered, something like this. So they will check your behavior, whether you are the right candidate, whether you are the suitable candidates, and all those things, all those knowledge, skills, and behavior is checked within limited time. So limited time is usually interview is going to last for, let's say, 15 to 30 minutes. So it can be a long interview if it is going to long for 30 minutes. But it may be between, sometimes it may be 20 minutes, 25 minutes also. So this is a limited time, and in that limited time, you people will be asked certain questions, and based on your answers, they're going to decide whether you are eligible, whether you are suitable, whether you are worthy for working in this organization, and you can give proper justice to the post. So these things we people have to remember. So let me ask you a question, that is it possible to check the personality of a person within that limited span? म्हणजे whatever you have studied, म्हणजे तुमचं फर्स्ट स्टँडर्ड पासून अगदी फायनल इयर पर्यंत जे काही तुम्ही शिकलेला आहात किंवा जे काही तुमचे एक्सपिरियन्सेस आहेत, जे तुमचे स्किल्स आहेत, जे काही तुम्ही सर्व शिकलेला आहात, हे सगळं टेस्ट करणं, जज करणं 15 to 30 मिनिट्स मध्ये शक्य आहे का?
No, sir.
In fact, it is not at all, because number of things that you know, खूप सारं काही माहिती असतं आपल्याला. बट इफ यू फेल टू एक्सप्रेस इट, की जर तुम्हाला जे काही माहिती आहे, तुमच्याकडे जे काही नॉलेज आहे, ते जर तुम्हाला त्यांच्या समोर नाही म्हणता आलं, तर इट विल बी ऑफ युजलेस. सो यू हॅव टू शोकेस की काय मला माहिती आहे, काय माझ्याकडे चांगलं आहे, कुठले स्किल्स मला येतात, कुठलं नॉलेज माझ्याकडे आहे, हे तुम्ही त्यांच्या समोर आणण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असतो इंटरव्ह्यू मध्ये. सो इंटरव्ह्यू विल बी फ्रॉम युअर साइड. म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये काय होत असतं, इंटरव्ह्यूअर काय करत असतो, त्याला त्याच्या एरिया ऑफ इंटरेस्ट मध्ये तुम्हाला नेण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. म्हणजे असे क्वेश्चन की त्याला जे विचारावेसे वाटतात ते प्रश्न विचारण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असतो. तर ऑन दी अदर हँड तुम्ही काय करत असता, अशी उत्तर द्यायची असतात की जेणेकरून पुढचा येणारा क्वेश्चन हा तुमच्या फेवरमध्ये येणार, अशा पद्धतीने आन्सर द्यायचे असते. सो इट इज अ स्ट्रॅटेजी, लेट्स से इट इज अ टेक्निक हाऊ टू आन्सर. म्हणजे एखादा प्रश्न विचारला आणि उत्तर दिलं आणि संपलं असं नाही, तर त्या उत्तरातून जर एखादा पुढचा प्रश्न तुम्हाला येणारा असेल तर तो तुमच्या एरिया ऑफ इंटरेस्ट मधला असायला पाहिजे, म्हणजे जेणेकरून तुम्हाला त्याचं उत्तर देता येऊ शकतं. अशा पद्धतीने उत्तर देणं अपेक्षित आहे. सो यू पीपल जस्ट लर्न हाऊ यू कॅन आन्सर फॉर अ सर्टन क्वेश्चन्स that will be useful for you. You can answer them in next time or in next question. Okay, so we'll go to the next slide now, and on next slide people will talk about these two types of interviews. There are a lot of types, but let's say here people are going to talk about panel interview. So what is this panel interview? So there is a panel which is let's say like a committee. So in panel, there are 3, 4, 5 members. Let's say there are 3 members on panel. So these 3 members, they will take interview of one candidate. Okay, so sitting arrangement is like this. So there is a circular semicircle like this, and on the other side of there are these panelists. So there is 1, 2, 3. Let's say there are 3. There can be 4 or there can be 5 also, and there is only one candidate who is sitting here, and they're expert in the field for which you are going to apply, for which you are going to face the interview. Okay, so they're going to ask you question one by one. So all 3 can ask you questions. All 3 are going to ask you questions, and you are going to answer their questions. So when it is conducted, when such kind of panel interviews are conducted, when the post is of, let's say for higher posts, the post is having a lot of responsibility, for such posts, panel interviews conducted. So let's say you might have heard about the interviews of MPSC and UPSC. There are panel interviews. Why? Because the posts like IAS, IPS, or IFS, these are the posts where it comes a lot of responsibility, where you need to take a lot of decisions based on certain situations. So in short times, you people have to take decisions. So therefore, panel interviews are conducted for exams like MPSC and UPSC. Okay. So it says that 3 or more experts sit across the table from the candidate, and they ask you questions, and they decide whether you are suitable or you are not suitable for the post. Then there is another type is here, that is face-to-face interviews. So what is face-to-face interview now then? So there is one interviewer and there is one interviewee. So only 2 persons are there, and the interviewer is going to ask you certain questions, and you are going to answer those questions. So that is face-to-face interviews. In this face-to-face interview, one interviewer is there and one candidate is there, and they will have question answers in this face-to-face interview. So this face-to-face interview is informal in nature. Informal means as compared with panel interview. This panel interview is highly formal. This panel interview is highly professional, and there is a lot of strictness in this panel interview. But as compared with panel interview, this face-to-face interview is less informal. It is not totally informal. It is not like your friends are there, but there is less informality that you will find that in face-to-face interview. Then there is less distance between interviewer and candidate. In face-to-face, there is less distance between interviewer and the candidate. But in panel interview, you'll come to know that at the center, candidate is sitting, and at one side there are all these panelists, and they're going to throw the questions at the candidate. Then this face-to-face interview, again, this is less stressful and relaxed environment as compared with panel interview. So this panel interview is a little bit serious. So you need not to worry about panel interview, because what interview you are going to face initially in your career as a fresher, it will be face-to-face, and it will not be panel interview. So therefore you just think about face-to-face interview. Apart from that, there is group interviews also. So group interviews like what? That there is one interviewer. He's going to take interview of 1, 2, let's say 3 or 4 also sometimes. So at the same times, there are 4 candidates who are going to be asked the questions by one interviewer. So these kind of interviews are called group interviews. Okay. So sometimes for some organizations, group interviews are also conducted. Okay. So these 2 people try to remember only face-to-face interview, and you need not to be in stress or tension. So many of the students, they become very serious and nervous if tomorrow is the interview, and if they are waiting outside the interview room, a lot of fear arises in their heart, and they become nervous, and there is pressure which is increased, there is anxiety which is increased, and all those things, they affect your confidence level, they affect your performance. So you should not take any tension. You should not be having any worry, tension, or fear, anxiety when you're going to face interview. You have to be relaxed. You have to prepare a lot, but at the time of interview, you should not think that now what is going to happen, which questions they are going to ask me. Am I able to answer all those questions? If I'm going to miss a question, if I'm not going to answer right, or if any answer is not there from my side, what is going to happen? So many thinking is going to affect your performance. So don't think much when you people are going to face interview. Try to be natural and neutral, and if you know the answer, you have to express it without fear. And there might be some questions which might be tricky, or which you do not understand, or which you are not able to answer. In that case, you have to admit it. Sorry sir, I did not have any idea about this question. I will try to find more information about this, and then I will just be ready for the answer of this question, something like this. Because if you don't know answer and you're trying to answer them just a sake of for the just sake of impression, because they know that what you are telling, whether you're right, whether you're wrong, whether you're lying, whether you're just trying to answer. So all these things they know. Because what happens, we have habit in the exam. What happens, so there is certain question which is in exam, and I'm sure that you don't know the answer, but you are getting some points from, let's say, from your friends or from somewhere. You are getting only 1 or 2 points. So from that 1 or 2 points, you are going to stretch your answer for at least 3, 4, 5 pages. You can write anything, because you know that you are not in front of the examiner, and whatever you write, either he is going to correct it or he is going to give you mark. And so you can write at least 4 pages answer of the question that you don't know what to write answer. So that can be in written exam. But here you people are having oral exam, and whatever answer you are going to tell, they all people immediately they can know what you are going to say, and how much is right, how much is wrong, and how much you are trying to make them fool. So don't do such kind of behavior here. So you have to be make it less stressful. It should be natural, and it has to be normal at the time of interview, whenever you are going to face the interview. Okay, so is it okay? Are you able to understand? कळतंय का?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Now you people will go to the next slide. And on next slide, we people are going to think about prior interview. So what do you mean by prior interview? Before interview, let's say. So let's say now you have completed your graduation and you are going to the part of interviews. So prior interview, what you are going to be ready with, what preparation you are expected to make. So let's try to think about, read your CV or application letter and skills which are demanded. So what is this CV? What is this CV? You don't know the CV?
No, sir.
Okay.
Biodata.
So CV is similar to resume. So do you know resume तरी माहिती आहे का? Resume
Yes, sir.
हाँ, resume माहिती है. Okay. Or you'll get one parallel term like biodata also. Okay. So biodata, resume, and CV. These are 3 different things which can be considered similar, पण ते similar नाही आहेत. तिन्ही वेगवेगळे आहेत. So when you are just putting your basic information, फक्त तुमची basic information जर तुम्ही त्यामध्ये मेन्शन केलेली असेल, तर तो काय असणार आहे तुमचा बायोडेटा असणार आहे. With your basic information, you are going to add your academic details, your academic qualification. Let's say तुमचं एज्युकेशन वगैरे काय काय झालं, त्यानंतर तुमच्या हॉबीज तुम्ही मेन्शन करताय, तुमचे स्किल्स मेन्शन करताय, तुमचे एक्सपिरियन्स तुम्ही मेन्शन करताय. Then it becomes a resume. Okay. And CV stands for curriculum vitae. Okay, CV is the short form of curriculum vitae. And when you get experience of, let's say, 10 years, you have 5 years experience, 15 years experience, you are in this field for long time, जवळपास 10-15 वर्ष तुम्ही त्या क्षेत्रामध्ये काम करताय, and you have held a lot of responsibilities and the responsible positions also. खूप साऱ्या पोस्टवरती तुम्ही काम केलेलं आहे, and in that case it becomes your, let's say, curriculum vitae, or it will be your CV. So when you are going to interview, so what you should carry with you? Interview ला जायचं म्हणजे काय सोबत असायला पाहिजे तुमच्या सोबत? You have to carry your resume. Okay, you have to carry your resume with you, or sometimes you have to send it before interview. म्हणजे जे इंटरव्ह्यू आहे, इंटरव्ह्यूच्या अगोदरच तुमचे CV काय केले जातात किंवा रिझ्युमे काय केले जातात, तुमचे कलेक्ट केले जातात. So first of all, important thing is that you people have to prepare your resumes. Remember all your students that today onwards you people will think of resume also. So how to make your resume, that is again another part. We people are going to discuss it afterwards. किंवा पुढच्या युनिट मध्ये आपल्याला रिझ्युमे रायटिंग बद्दल बघणार आहोत आपण. तर तो रिझ्युमे तुमच्या सोबत तयार असणं अपेक्षित आहे. अँड इट हॅज टू बी इम्प्रेसिव्ह, इट हॅज टू बी ॲक्युरेट. देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी मिस्टेक्स. रिझ्युमे मध्ये तुमच्या ग्रामरच्या मिस्टेक्स किंवा इतर कुठलेही फॉल्स इम्प्रेशन नसायला पाहिजे. कारण रिझ्युमे हा तुमचं फर्स्ट इम्प्रेशन असणार. म्हणजे तुम्ही इंटरव्ह्यूअरच्या पर्यंत पोहोचण्या अगोदर तुमचा रिझ्युमे तुमच्या इंटरव्ह्यूअर कडे गेलेला असतो आणि त्यामुळे तुमच्या रिझ्युमेवरून तुमचं इम्प्रेशन ठरत असतं. सो यू हॅव टू मेक an impressive and effective resume for your interview. So that resume or that CV you people have to read carefully की त्यामध्ये आपण काही असं additionally टाकलेलं नाही की which may be creating negative impression असू शकतो किंवा there might be some mistakes असू शकतात किंवा something like this. So you have to read it carefully. Everything is okay. किंवा त्याच्या सोबत तुमच्या रिझ्युमच्या सोबत कदाचित तुम्हाला ऍप्लिकेशन लेटर पण लिहावं लागतं. ऍप्लिकेशन लेटर that is also called covering letter. So covering letterलाच आपण जॉब ऍप्लिकेशन लेटर असं म्हणत असतो. तर as far as college campus placements are concerned, for that there is no need to write job application letter. पण जर तुम्ही स्वतःहून इतरत्र कुठल्या तरी कंपनीमध्ये ट्राय करणं असाल तर किंवा न्यूजपेपर मध्ये ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंट आलेली आहे, बेस्ड ऑन दॅट यू आर गोइंग टू अप्लाय. In that case, you people have to write application letter. So if there is application letter, you people have to read it carefully. Then you people have to think about the skills demanded. So what is skills demanded? So when you people read advertisement, in that advertisement, there is usually job description is given. Okay, job description, or it will be called JD. JD means job description or job profile also. Sometimes it is said job profile. So job profile काय असतं किंवा job description काय असतं, तर you people are told की what kind of work you are expected to do, which skills are required. म्हणजे काय असायला पाहिजे, कोणकोणते सॉफ्टवेअर्स तुम्हाला माहिती असायला पाहिजे, कोणकोणते स्किल्स तुमच्याकडे असले पाहिजे. All this information is mentioned in this job description or skills demanded. So what you should know, you should know that for which post you are applying, which skills are required. Have you prepared your resume well? Have you mentioned everything in your application letter? All those things people have to ensure. Be careful before you are going to face the interview. Okay, so this is first point that you people should take care about. The next point is also very important point, that you people should know the company. So what do you mean by know the company? Know the company म्हणजे काय सांगा मला.
Details about company.
Okay, so information that you have to collect about the company. Let's say you are going to apply in XYZ company. There are so many companies, but let's say that you are going to apply in this company. So what you should know about the company? ही company कधी establish झाली, कधी सुरू झालेली आहे. Who started this company? Who are the founder members of this company? Who are the promoters of this company? That you people try to. Again, the company कुठली products and services provide करते. Okay, products and services कोणकोणते provide करते, that you people have to find out. Then any recently new launched product or new launched service. आता एवढ्यामध्ये कंपनीने कुठलं नवीन प्रोडक्ट सुरू केलेलं आहे का किंवा नवीन कुठली सर्व्हिस सुरू केलेली आहे का? You try to know about it. And if there is any product or service, you try to know its features किंवा त्याचे काही समजा काही फीचर्स असतील किंवा काही प्राइस असेल किंवा सर्टन त्या प्रोडक्ट बद्दल सर्व्हिस बद्दल जास्तीत जास्त माहिती घेण्याचा प्रयत्न करायचा आहे. Then apart from that, you should know how many employees are there. You should try to know that any kind of award or reward that company has received किंवा त्यांचा टर्नओव्हर, वार्षिक टर्नओव्हर किती आहे. What kind of dividend these people are getting, employees are getting in this company. Okay, so what is the status of the company in the market? Market मध्ये कंपनीचं स्टेटस काय आहे, at which rank the company is working. Then you try to know what are the other competitor companies. या कंपनीच्या इतर स्पर्धक कंपन्या कोणत्या आहेत त्याबद्दलची माहिती घेण्याचा प्रयत्न करायचा. So there are so many things that you people can try to get information about the company. ओके, या कंपनीबद्दल शक्य तेवढी माहिती आपल्याला कलेक्ट करायची असते फॉर द सेक ऑफ इंटरव्ह्यू. अँड इन शॉर्ट यू कॅन डू युअर रिसर्च. थोडक्यात एक संशोधन करायचं त्या कंपनीबद्दल. एव्हरीथिंग, एव्हरी मायन्यूट डिटेल्स यू हॅव टू ट्राय टू नो अबाउट द कंपनी. देन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की हाऊ यू आर गोइंग टू गेट ऑल दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन. एवढी सगळी इन्फॉर्मेशन तुम्हाला कुठून मिळणार आहे? यू कॅन गो टू द company website. So let's say any XYZ company, or let's say Infosys is there, or Wipro is there, Accenture is there, or TCS is there. So many companies are there. So you wanted to know about this company, you can search them in Google, or you can go to the website of that company. On that website, all information you people will get. प्रत्येक पेज त्या वेबसाईट वरचं वाचून काढायचं. प्रत्येक जे सेक्शन आहे त्या वेबसाईट वरचा तो माहित करून घ्यायचा आहे की त्याबद्दल काय काय आहे, काय काय सांगितलेलं आहे. ते सगळे डिटेल्स तुम्ही काय करायचे आहे, यू शुड नो इट. सो द वेबसाइट विल प्रोव्हाइड यू each and everything that you need, that you are required. Then apart from this, you people try to read the annual reports of the company. So what are annual reports? So at the end of 1 year, how much that company is in profit, how much sales is there, how much dividend is there, how much loss is there, or what are their policies. Suppose that this is financial year that they have finished, so what policies they wanted to implement in the next year, what will be their new strategy for the business, how they wanted to increase their sales business. So that you will understand from their annual reports. So people will get annual reports at website also. So people try to read those reports also and try to know their strategies. Again, you can get information about the company from business newspapers or from business news channels also. So is there anything that is printed in that newspaper? You try to collect such news articles about the company, or from news channels also, or is there anything printed in the magazines about this company that you try to collect? Suppose that this company is new because of new policy, because of new achievement, because of any award or reward that company has received, that you people can collect from different sources and you can get information about the company. Or there is one more source that will provide you information about the company, that is directly contact the employees. So how you can contact from employees? That anyone is there which is of your acquaintance. It may be your friend, it may be your relatives, it may be your family member who is working in this company. In that case, what you can do, you can contact them, you can call them, and or you can meet them and you ask them questions, a lot of questions about them. How is this company, how is work culture, what kind of facilities employees get in this company, how, what kind of support that company provides to the employee. So many questions you people can ask to the employees who are already working in that company, and you people try to get maximum information about the company, because this is going to help you when you are going to answer the questions in the interview. And there is one certain question. In fact, that question will be, we are going to discuss in frequently asked questions, but I will tell you that there is question like this: what do you know about our company? So this question is going to be there, definitely there this question is going to be asked in interview. So in that case, if you don't know anything about this company, simply you are going to work and you wanted to get selected, or you don't know that company is working in which sector, that what are their products, what are their services, when it was launched, when the company started, where are their branches, offices, in which of the nations, in India where are their offices, and in foreign, abroad, where are their branches and offices. You don't know anything, and how you can answer this question then? So if the question is like this, what do you know about the company? In that case, what you can do, whatever I just told you people, that whatever the research you have done, whatever the information that people have collected from the website of the company, whatever the information you have collected from annual reports, you can tell them as much as they want, because here you are fully ready with the data which you are required to answer this question. So you people can prepare from this point of view also. So this is what you people can prepare for you. So I think that today we people wanted to conduct a group discussion also. So have I told you that last 10 minutes we people are going to conduct a group discussion? So this last 10 minutes we people are going to have discussion. So have I told you topic in last class? त्याला टॉपिकचं नाव वगैरे सजेस्ट केलं होतं का? आय थिंक दॅट आपण ग्रुप डिस्कशन घेणार होतो ना, आणि मग त्यासाठी टॉपिक कुठला दिलेला होता? ऑनलाईन एज्युकेशन, ऑफलाईन एज्युकेशन दिला होता ना. आन्सर मी किंवा दिला होता, दिलाच नव्हता, किंवा असं काही सांगितलं नव्हतं, असं काहीतरी रिप्लाय यायला पाहिजे ना.
इज इंडिया शायनिंग हा टॉपिक.
इंडिया 2020 दिला होता का?
Is India shining?
हा. So should we conduct a group discussion or not? Are you ready? घ्यायचे का? जे तुम्हाला इथं एक संधी मिळू शकते की आपण काहीतरी बोलू शकतो, की आपला प्रयत्न करायचा आहे. ते आय एम नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग की तुम्ही सगळ्यांनी फ्लुएंट इंग्लिश मध्ये बोललं पाहिजे, पण कुठेतरी आपण सुरुवात केली पाहिजे ना. सुरुवात केल्याशिवाय आपल्याला कळणार कसं आपलं काय चुकतंय? सुरुवात केल्याशिवाय आपल्याला कसं कळणार की आपण कुठं आहोत ते? आणि जर आपल्याला कळलंच नाही तर आपला कॉन्फिडन्स कसा वाढणार? सो देअरफॉर जोपर्यंत तुम्ही सुरुवात करणार नाही तोपर्यंत तुम्हाला कळणारच नाही. सो लेट मी टेल की काय करायचं, आपण घ्यायचंय की नो? Reply me yes or no first of all.
उद्या क्या सर?
Okay, so tomorrow will you come prepared?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So again, which topic? Same topic तुम्ही prepare कराल?
Sir, topic change करून द्या ना.
You want to change the topic, so I think that people will have this topic. Should we have uniform? हा चालेल का? Should we have uniform in college or not? Then you people have to think. कहाच दिला होता मी?
No, sir.
हा चालेल का? म्हणजे कॉलेजमध्ये युनिफॉर्म असायला पाहिजे किंवा नसायला पाहिजे, मग ते आपली मतं त्यावरती तयार करायची. आणि यू कॅन थिंक, थोडीशी इन्फॉर्मेशन वगैरे सर्च केला. इनफॅक्ट यू पीपल हॅव गुगल इन युअर हँड. स्मार्टफोन्स आहेत तुमच्या हातामध्ये. 1-2 मिनिटं बोलण्यापुरतं आपण नक्कीच कलेक्ट करू शकतो ना मटेरियल. आणि ऑलरेडी मी तुम्हाला टॉपिक सांगतोय की या टॉपिक वरती असणार आहे. फायनली कसं असतं, तुम्हाला टॉपिक वगैरे काही सांगितलं जात नाही. तुम्हाला टॉपिक सांगितला जातो ऍट द टाइम ऑफ स्टार्टिंग ग्रुप डिस्कशन. वी आर जस्ट फ्रेशर्स आहोत आपण, आपल्याला काय अजून एवढं प्रॅक्टिस नाहीये. सो आपण अगोदरच टॉपिक वगैरे सगळं देऊन डिस्कशन करू. तर मग जमेल का या टॉपिक वरती?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think that everybody will be okay with this topic. आणि try to find some information. Try to speak. बाबा आता मला ह्याच्यावरती बोलायचं, तर उद्या मी काय बोलणार? एक असं थोडंसं डोक्यामध्ये थिंकिंग चालू ठेवायचं की मला हा जर विचार मांडायचा की येस देअर शुड बी युनिफॉर्म असायला पाहिजे. युनिफॉर्म असल्यामुळे काय काय होऊ शकतं, की युनिफॉर्म नसल्यामुळे काय होऊ शकतं, किंवा ऍडव्हान्टेजेस काय होतात युनिफॉर्म असल्याचे, किंवा डिसएडव्हान्टेजेस काय, किंवा मी कुठल्या बाजूने बोलणार आहे. म्हणजे मी युनिफॉर्म असायला पाहिजे याला सपोर्ट करतो, की मी युनिफॉर्म नसायला पाहिजे याला सपोर्ट करतो, त्यावरती तुम्हाला तुमचं मत मांडायचं. आणि तुम्ही दोन्ही बाजूनी मांडू शकता. असं नाही की बाबा आता हे कॉलेजमध्ये, मग हे कॉलेजमध्ये युनिफॉर्म खूप स्ट्रिक्ट आहे आणि मग मी जर युनिफॉर्म नको असं म्हटलं तर कसं? माझं ओपिनियन मला मांडायचं. सो यू कॅन एक्सप्रेस युअर ओपिनियन इन फेवर और अगेन्स्ट ऑल्सो. सो आय होप दॅट ऑल यू पीपल विल प्रिपेअर युअर ओपिनियन्स and we people will have discussion. पण आता उद्या मात्र किंवा पुढच्या लेक्चरमध्ये मात्र असं म्हणायचं नाही की नको किंवा रिप्लायच येत नाही. आता तुम्ही तुमच्या क्लासमध्ये पूर्णपणे मराठीमध्येच बोलायला सुरुवात केलेली आहे, बिकॉज यू पीपल डू नॉट अंडरस्टँड. इनफॅक्ट in other class I did not speak it. These people they try to understand, and I also expect that from your class also. Your listening decides. If you're carefully listening na, that time I'm sure you understand everything.
हॅलो सर.
Ah, yes.
हॅलो सर.
हा.
अहो सर आम्हाला कळलं तर तुम्हाला सांगाल ना सर.
Yes.
हॅलो.
Yes. हा, मी काय सांगतोय की ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही पूर्ण लक्ष देऊन ऐकता ना, त्यावेळेस इट इज अंडरस्टँडेबल. ज्यावेळेस तुमचं पूर्ण लक्ष असेल ना, त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला कळतं. आणि कधी कधी कसं होतं माहितीये का, थोडं थोडं कळतं, कधी पूर्ण कळत नाही. पण ते थोडं कळल्यावर काय होतं माहितीये का, आपण पुढचं आणि मागचं समजून घेण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. म्हणजे थोडक्यात एक गेस करतो, अंदाज लावतो. म्हणजे सर आता एक वाक्य कळालं किंवा एका वाक्यातले 3 शब्द कळाले आणि 2 कळालेच नाहीत, तर त्या 2 वाक्यांचा अर्थ, 2 शब्दांचा अर्थ काय असू शकतो याचा अंदाज बांधून आपण समजून घेण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. सो युअर अटेन्शन इज व्हेरी मच इम्पॉर्टंट. ट्राय टू लिसन व्हेरी केअरफुली each and every word. So I agree with your opinion की बाबा कळायला पाहिजे, कळालं तरच मग तुम्ही हे करू शकता. बट ट्राय टू इम्प्रूव्ह युअर अंडरस्टँडिंग लेवल. आणि मग हे कसं होऊ शकतं, जास्त तुम्ही इंग्लिश ऐकलं पाहिजे. मग हे तुम्ही कुठं ऐकू शकता, तर नंबर ऑफ सोर्सेस दॅट वाईल टीचिंग, टीचर शिकवत असताना जर इंग्लिशमध्ये सांगत असतील ते इंग्लिशमधून समजून घेण्याचा प्रयत्न करायचा. इंग्लिशमध्ये समजून घ्यायचं. मराठीमध्ये समजत असेल ना, इट इज ओके, किंवा मराठीमधनं कळतंय आणि खूप छान पण वाटतं. मग मराठीमधनं समजत असेल ना, खूप सोपं आहे असं वाटतं. पण यू कॅन थिंक की मराठीमधून समजून घेतलं तरी तुम्हाला प्रत्येक प्रश्नाचं उत्तर हे लिहायचंय. आता ठीक आहे, डिस्क्रिप्टिव्ह आन्सर नाहीये, पण जे काही तुम्हाला करायचं असेल तर इट इज नॉट इन मदर टंग. मराठीमधून तुम्हाला काही लिहायचंच नाहीये किंवा काही सांगायचं सुद्धा नाही. एव्हरीथिंग यू आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू राईट इन इंग्लिश, टेल इन इंग्लिश, आस्क इन इंग्लिश, हे अपेक्षित आहे. पण काय होतं, आपल्याला मराठीमधून समजून घ्यायची सवय लागलेली असते, त्यामुळे मराठीमधून जेव्हा समजतं तेव्हा आपल्याला छान वाटतं. पण हे चेंज होऊ शकतं की यू कॅन डेव्हलप द हॅबिट ऑफ अंडरस्टँडिंग इन इंग्लिश. इंग्लिशमध्ये समजून घेण्याची सवय पण तुम्ही लावून देऊ शकता. अँड विथ टाइम इट विल हेल्प. म्हणजे आता लगेच नाहीये, पण मे बी ऍट द एंड ऑफ दिस सेमिस्टर यू पीपल विल इन्क्रीज युअर अंडरस्टँडिंग लेवल. अँड तोपर्यंत तुमचं खूप सारं कंटेंट तुम्ही कंझ्युम कराल इंटरनेटवरून, युट्यूबवरून आणि इतर कुठल्या सोर्सेसवरून. इंग्लिश जास्तीत जास्त ऐकून तुम्ही ते समजून घेण्याचा प्रयत्न करा. आणि नंतर मात्र तुम्हाला ते बोलायचंय. इम्पॉर्टंट इज, मला परत मागं मला वाटतं किती वेळा मी सांगितलं असेल मला आठवत नाही, कारण मी प्रत्येक क्लासमध्ये आणि सगळीकडे मी सांगतो की तुम्हाला काय करायचंय, तुमचं ओरल कम्युनिकेशन, तुमचं स्पीकिंग आहे ना, ते स्पीकिंग इम्प्रूव्ह करायचं. जर तुम्ही बोलायला शिकलात ना, देन देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लेम ॲट ऑल. सो आय होप दॅट यू विल टेक इट सिरियसली. थोडंसं गांभीर्याने घेण्याची आवश्यकता आहे. आणि जरी करिक्युलमचा पार्ट नाही, जरी कुठली एक्झाम नाही, जरी कुठलं कोणी तुम्हाला विचारणार नसेल, तरी सुद्धा तुम्ही स्वतः हे सतत त्याचा विचार करायचा की माझं ओरल इंग्लिश किंवा स्पोकन इंग्लिश साठी मी काय करू शकतो. अँड इट इज ओनली यू. कुठेतरी बोलायला सुरुवात केल्याशिवाय तुम्हाला कॉन्फिडन्स येणार नाही. सो देअरफॉर इन नेक्स्ट क्लास वी पीपल विल हॅव, शुड वी हॅव अ युनिफॉर्म इन कॉलेज ऑर नॉट. कॉलेजमध्ये युनिफॉर्म असायला पाहिजे किंवा नाही असायला पाहिजे, यावरती आपण चर्चा करणार आहोत. लास्ट 10 minutes वी आर रेडी टू स्पेंड. ओके. And today we people will stop here. Let's confirm absent numbers. So let me know roll number 9. Are you there?
Present, sir. Present.
Roll number 5. 5 is not there. Then roll number 21. Roll number 32. Then roll number 53.
Sir, 32 present, sir.
32 present. Then 53. Then 56. 59. 62. Okay, so these are absent numbers. Once again, listen. Roll number 5, 21, then 53, 56, 59, and 62. If anybody is present, let me know. Okay, all right. So with this, should we stop here today? Should I end this meeting from my side?
Yes.
Yes.